What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Lyft Chronicles LA. I'm your girl Sade, and I'm your friendly neighborhood Lyft driver. So, I'm so sorry this is late. Yesterday was my birthday, and honestly, I've just been so tired from working that I was just like, I'm not doing shit at all. Like, didn't do nothing all day. I mean, I did stuff, but nothing like that was super productive. Like, I washed dishes, but everything else, I was like, I ain't doing shit. I went to go get my feet done. They came out really good. Went to go get my hair and went to Sephora, got my birthday gift from Sephora. Finally got my body lava, bitch. So I'm finna be during summer glowing like a motherfucker, looking good. But anyways, so that's why I didn't post this yesterday. So you guys are watching it today. But anyways, so this particular story is very interesting and very inspiring at the same time. I pick up a lot of women, of course. And the one main thing that I love about picking up other women is being able to share stories with one another, exchange experiences, especially Black women. This particular woman was not Black. She was white. Doesn't matter because the experience, whatever. So I was in the valley. I pick up this cute little white lady. She had to be in her early 30s, late 20s. And she gets in. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Everything's cool. She was like, yeah, I guess today is okay. I said, okay. I said, it's gotta be better than okay. Like, is everything cool? It'd be like therapy sessions in my car. Like, I like to make people feel comfortable. So I was like, so, what's bothering you? It sounded like, a little hesitation in your voice. She was like, well, my husband's in the hospital, paralyzed from the neck down. I said, what? He's paralyzed. I said, how the hell did that happen? I said, first of all, I'm so sorry that happened. I couldn't imagine my husband being paralyzed. Like, that would destroy me to see him like that. So I felt for her, And she was like, girl, don't feel sorry for him. I was like, oh, do tell. She was like, well, this is kind of how she told it, but I'm paraphrasing. So she's like, yeah, we're about to be divorced, so he's technically not really my husband anymore, but he's in the hospital right now, and I'm about to head over to the hospital to check on him or whatever. And I was like, you so nice, like you're not with your husband no more, you still gonna fuck with him like that. She was like, well, yeah, I'm not a complete bitch. I was like, all right. And she was like, yeah, we're best friends at the end of the day, we're still friends, we're still cool. I was like, that's what's up. So I said, may I ask, how he got paralyzed? She said, and I quote, he went on a vacation. I'm not going to quote it. I'm going to use Sade language. This motherfucker went on a vacation with a side bitch. Okay? Went on vacation with his side bitch. She didn't know that there was a side bitch involved yet at that point. But he was in the Bahamas or some shit and accidentally fell off the boat or some shit and somehow cracked his spine and he ended up paralyzed. And I said, and you still went to the hospital to be with him? She was like, yeah, I felt bad for him. And so she started telling me the whole process of how he got to the current hospital that he's at, because that wasn't the original hospital. So she said that when she found out that he had been in an accident, he was airlifted to a hospital out there. So she had to arrange to get him out of that hospital into the hospital out here in LA. And she said that was a whole process. She said, I had to write letters and all this other shit and going back and forth with the director of the hospital, blah, 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 who was the specialist, all this other shit. So she was like, yeah, I wrote a letter to, who did she say she wrote a letter to? A politician of some sort. And somehow that letter got to him and he ended up granting, I don't know, it was some weird process. Anyways, she finally got her husband to the hospital. Do you know, she said, I went to the hospital and the side bitch was there. She didn't know that that was the side bitch at first. She just thought that, you know, she was a friend or some shit. Come to find out, this nigga in the hospital, laying on his goddamn deathbed, broke up with his wife in front of the side chick, bitch. I was devastated for her. I said, so you mean to tell me that this nigga waited until you did all this fucking work to get him into this other hospital where there's specialists that can help him? You did all this work just for him to wait till you get there to break up with you while the side bitch is outside the fucking hospital room? Ooh! I said, girl, I'd have pulled the plug on this motherfucking ass. She started dying. I said, how you think I'm playing? I'd have pulled the plug on this bitch ass. So she says, you know, she was devastated about it. She said she was crying. She's like, why you do this to me? And all this other shit. And she's like, I don't understand. Like, I've been there for him and da-da-da. I said, you know what, sis? Sometimes it's just not you. It's just not you. You know, she started like tearing up a little bit. I was like, oh no, you know, please don't cry. Like, girl, it's gonna be okay. She was like, you know, I wrote that letter to that politician to help out, to get like subsidizing for the cost of the airlift or some shit. Like she wrote a letter to get some sort of funding for her ex-husband. And the letter didn't show up until the night I picked her up. So she said, the reason why I'm in such a good mood is because although my husband doesn't want to be with me anymore, I just got $20,000 in the mail for him, but I'm keeping it. That's some Real Housewives of LA type shit. This girl wrote this letter, like, she said she wrote it like 3-4 weeks ago and never got a response. After the whole little shebang with the dude, you know, she's at the hospital visiting him and all this other shit, getting him special care. You know, when she wrote that letter, in her mind, she really wanted help for her ex-husband. But the money came at the right time, right after he broke up with her. She got that $20,000 check. And so I said, girl, you got $20,000 right now? She was like, well, it's in a check. It's at the house, but it's not with me. But yeah, she's like, I got 20 grand. It's for him, but fuck him, basically. I was like, girl, you better take yourself on a very nice vacation. She was like, oh yeah, I've already booked my vacation. I'm leaving next week. She was like, where you're taking me right now is to my mom's house. And I got a few things that I need to get out of her house that was my husband's. And I said, you know, I'm really sorry. Like, I just kept apologizing profusely because I could not imagine finding out that your husband is now a quadriplegic because this motherfucker was living La Vida Loca in the Bahamas somewhere with the side bitch. And you don't know that because he didn't disclose that to you when you found out he was fucking paralyzed from the neck down. He didn't tell you that. And she was like, now that bitch can have him. I said, girl, you are the inspiration of my life right now. She's like, I'm gonna go take this $20,000 check. I'm gonna cash it. I'm gonna pay for my vacation. I'm gonna pay it off, and I'm gonna leave for about a month, and I'm not coming back. I was like, shit, I don't blame you, girl. You better get that money. But I wanted to share that story because it was just so twisted. Like, I don't have all the facts straight because it was just so much she was telling me. But just from what I'm telling y'all right now, like, the synopsis, her husband was cheating on her the whole time. She had found out through him that he had been seeing this woman for months. Maybe a year, she said. And she didn't know about it. She had to find out because her husband's now paralyzed. I'm never gonna wish ill upon anybody, but that's what that nigga get. I looked at her. I parked the car when we pulled up at her house, and I turned around and I took her hand. I said, you know what? You have so much strength and patience and love and kindness in your heart, because any other woman would have completely turned their back on him. Like, and it's not like he would have cared because he had another woman with him, you know, that was so in love with him. But I took her hand and I said, you know what? That $20,000 was your blessing from God. I said, take that money, do what you will with it, but please understand that what you did was extremely noble, and that did not go unnoticed, period. And she starts crying. I'm like, oh girl, don't cry. Like, it's gonna be all right. And she was like, you know, you're like the best Lyft driver I've ever had. I talk to people, I try to talk to people about my issues, but a lot of people don't listen. I said, well, you know, we don't know you like that. Like, y'all be wanting to tell us life stories, you have me all emotionally invested. I don't even know you, bitch. I just met you 10 minutes ago. You know? But I just wanted to tell that story because it's just like, no matter how spiteful you can be, it's always better to just be the bigger person and to not, you know, be petty. Because at the end of the day, you gonna get your blessing tenfold. Her blessing was tenfold. She had no idea she was getting that money. But because she was being a good wife, okay, regardless of what he did to her, she was still by his side, even though he was on that fuck shit. So just keep doing good in your life. Whatever the fuck is going on, if somebody is fucking with you, they not treating you right, walk away and just be the bigger person. Because at the end of the day, you are going to get the blessing, not that person. Okay? So I don't know what's going on with dude now, but I'm pretty sure he's sitting up in a fucking hole somewhere crying because the other bitch probably done left his ass. You really think that the side bitch was going to take care of you? Did you really think that was going to happen? These dudes be delusional, okay? That bitch probably left him for another nigga, left him on stuck. Now he paralyzed from the neck down, motherfucking Stephen Hawking ass nigga. And now you over here sad because your ex-wife don't want nothing to do with you. I asked her before she got out the car, I was like, you gonna ever get back with him? She was like, hell no. I said, good choice. She was like, I'd never do that again. She was like, you know, and after him, I don't think I'll ever get married again. I was like, no, don't say that. Like, you could. There's a possibility you could get married. She was like, nah, I don't want to deal with that shit no more. I felt very inspired by her story, so I wanted to come share it. Then when she got out the car, she tipped me $10. The ride was only $5. So I got $15 for a $5 ride. It was pretty dope. I was hoping she, you know, tip a little more from she got 20. I was like, let me hold some. Talking about some 20 grand. Give me $20. But yeah, that's the end of the story. Ain't that much to it. Be good, and good will happen to you. That's just how it is. Sometimes it don't work out like that, but still be good. Because you just never know. All right, you guys. Well, thank y'all so much for tuning in to episode 5. We're in 5 episodes. Oh, yes. This is getting good. Thank you guys so much. Stay tuned for the next episode next week, and I'll holla at you. Peace.